What's up, everyone? This is BigPowner, and I'm going to be giving you the best things to know and to do to make it so that you can get through the acts as quickly and as efficiently as possible. The first thing, you want to find a guide, basically the simplest thing that you can get that is just outlining the quests that you need to do. Because the biggest thing that every player that hasn't memorized the exact path that you need to go through, you need a reference so that you can stay on objective. Because the goal is to get through the acts as quickly as possible. So just type into Google um, simple axe guide POE. So right off of here we have one that's we have a Reddit one, simple leveling guide. So click on that. This is simple. It just outlines acts 1 through 10 and tells me the objectives that I have to complete to get to the end acts. Perfect. That's all I need. Just to keep yourself on target, knowing what to do next. The one thing that I will say is really important, make sure that you get the Quicksilver Flask in Act 1 because that's going to speed you up. That's like the only side quest that you want to do is that one because it's going to give you the Quicksilver Flask really early, which is going to speed up your progress running through all of the other acts. The next biggest thing, don't focus on killing stuff. If you're spending a bunch of time trying to kill everything you come across, you are horribly wasting a ton of time. Plain and simple, every act you progress through, the monsters are a higher level, they give you more experience. Once you get through acts, level 1 maps are going to level you up faster than Act 10. Act 10 is going to level you up faster than Act 9. It is a complete waste to be spending much time killing stuff. That being said, you are going to want to be trying to collect XP as you're going through. For myself playing an ice shot build, I'm going to pick up the ballistas as I get them because I can be running through maps. Oops, it's wrong bow. There we go. So I'm going to be running through maps, stuff gets stacked up behind me, I drop down my turrets and keep running. That is how you want to be moving through the acts. That's how you get your XP. Other than that, stopping to kill stuff, the only stuff you're going to be stopping to kill is stuff that you have to kill. Plain and simple, doing anything else is just a waste of time. Next thing, don't be spending time trading while you're in the acts. Plain and simple. Outside of if you're playing hardcore, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're planning on playing hardcore and you're looking for advice for hardcore, this ain't the guide for you because the advice ain't going to be for a hardcore character. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you shouldn't be worried about deaths. Deaths do not matter. If you are slowing your progression down in any way to prevent deaths, that is stupid. Plain and simple, there is no penalty for dying when you're going through the acts. What do I mean? If I'm at a boss and I die, I immediately respawn right at the boss fight. I can jump right back in and then immediately continue fighting. This wastes like no time. If I'm spending time sitting on trading networks, using up my limited resources that I've collected to try and get gear upgrades, to try to advance, that gear is going to be outdated so quickly, it's just wasted currency. And all that time I spent trying to trade is more wasted time that would have been more currency. I would have been to maps faster. I would have gotten, started snowballing my build. Don't do that. Don't worry about deaths. The only time deaths are going to be an issue is say I'm running through an area. Well, pretend this area is way larger than it actually is. Say I'm running through this, and the other side is the end, and I die right here. And then I'm respawning way back here at the very beginning of the area. This is the type of death that sucks because we're losing time. We're losing a lot of time because I have to rerun that area. For instance, like Act 10 Kitavo, when you're running towards the final fight, there's that long stretch. If you die at the end of that, you respawn all the way back, and that just sucks. So those are the types of areas you want to be more careful on because you don't want to die, because if you do die, it's, you're going to lose a bunch of time. However, any other type of death doesn't matter at all. Don't be trying to collect extra XP to try and prevent dying. That's com- completely counterproductive. Don't be wasting time in Axe. Just get through it as quickly as possible. Other biggest tip. This is as far as the trials. So I don't focus on getting my trials done while I'm running through. And why is that? Because all three of these, all the ones that are accessible in Axe, they have set spawning points. If I happen to run into it, could I possibly do it? Yes, because I'm already at it. I might as well just go ahead and do it. However, spending time going to look for it, in my mind, is stupid. Why is that? Because when I'm advancing through the Axe, when I'm at each one of these test trials, they are the hardest that they will be throughout the entire time I'm playing, because I'm the lowest level I will be encountering them. I have the worst gear that I'm going to have encountering them. Which, what does this mean? If I'm at the same level of the zone and my gear is terrible, then, possibly a trap can one-shot me. I'm going to have to probably be a lot more cautious moving through those trials than if I waited until I was actually going to do my ascendancy trial and went back and did them. It's going to take me the exact same amount of time to find them if I haven't just happened to run into them as it would for me to just do them when I'm ready, which I'm going to be a lot higher level and I'm going to be able to just walk through them 100%, going to complete it first try, no issue. That being said, I don't do my ascendancy trials while I'm running through the Axe. I don't do my ascendancy trials till after I've made it to mapping. In fact, I normally don't even do either one of my ascendancy trials until I've gotten like level 70, like level 80. Why is that? Because when I get out of Axe, I'm normally like around like level 50, and I'm able to jump right into maps and start skyrocketing in levels. I don't have issues. I don't have issues in general with my builds. I know I won't with Ice Shot. I don't have issues with Ice Shot clearing stuff even in bad gear without my ascendancies up to a certain point. So I'm going to just focus on continually leveling and advancing in my maps until it gets to that point where it's kind of like my damage feels like kind of an issue, my clear speeds feels kind of slow. Now I'm level, 74, and how can I guaranteed boost that? Get my ascendancy trials done. So I'm just going to look at this and be like, oh, I need the crypt, Act 1, um, crypt level 1, Act 2. I need this one, crypt Act 7. I need this one, tunnel Act 9. So I'm just going to teleport to those, complete them. Then I'm going to hop back here, complete all 3 trials. Now I have 3 of my ascendancies. The only thing I need left is my eternal labyrinth. How is it that we're going to get our eternal labyrinth done? This goes into having friends. Have your friends, once they get to mapping, anytime they find one of these trials, let each other know which one it is you have found, because these are going to these are going to possibly not be found by you by doing your own mapping before you're able to complete it. So having friends and them letting you know when they find them can be very beneficial, because you can get your ascendancies done quicker and more efficiently that way. There are like some other small things that some people do, but honestly, those are the main things that I do. Some people will do stuff like they'll check vendors, what they're selling every single time. The only time that I check vendors is when I'm already here. I will run through them really quick and see if there's, like a 5 link or a 6 link or a 4 link boots or something like that. I'll do that, but I'm not going to constantly be coming back to town to check this stuff. This stuff's going to get replaced very quickly. If I happen to find something like that, I'm going to check boots. Maybe there's like movement speed or something like that if I need that. That's the type of stuff you can do really quickly um, without hindering your advancement by that much. There's a lot of other small stuff you can do, like you can look for, 3 linked red blue green to sell for a chrome orb. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time doing all that stuff. Some people do that. That's not my thing. The other thing is you don't want to be coming back to town to sell stuff. What do I mean by this? The only time that I'm going back to sell stuff is when I have to go back anyways. Collect quest rewards, advanced quests, stuff like that. Pick up something, get my Apex so I can continue on my quest. Stuff like that. That's when I'm going to sell stuff. If I know I'm going back, I will go ahead and fill my inventory because I'm going back anyways so I can sell some stuff, get a little bit of extra stuff. However, if you are picking up everything and constantly going back to town and selling it, that's a waste of time. Big waste of time. You don't even have to pick up you don't even have to pick up Scrolls of Portal. Don't worry about Scrolls of Portal early. You can exit character selection and then immediately log back in. That portals you to town. If you're at a place where, you need to portal back to town, like I just got you get something done. If in your guide, I mean I can't really be specific, but in your guide, for instance, like the tidal coast where you get your Quicksilver flask, like one of the first things you're going to be doing, you get a waypoint and then you go into the zone and you complete the quest. Right there, you would teleport back to town to collect your reward, and then you would go to the waypoint to continue on. Instead of portaling, you can just do what I just did: exit to character selection, log back in. It's the same thing as portaling. Um, and it doesn't. I don't need a portal to do that. Which, if you're like, I don't have a portal, I'm running around or running back, that's a waste of time. Just exit to character selection, go right back in. Those are pretty much the main tips that are going to help you get through it faster. Pretty simple stuff. Stay focused on going from quest to quest. Get your Quicksilver flask in the beginning. Don't spend time trading. You don't need to. Um, Last league, I was really unlucky at the beginning of the league, and I made it all the way to red maps using my guaranteed 4 links from the axe. Like, spending time trading really early when you can't even get high tier bases, when you can't wear anything that you're going to end up using for any amount of time, waste of time. Constantly going back to sell a little tiny bit of currency to get fragments of low tier currency, waste of time. Don't be doing that. You're just shooting yourself in the foot. Stay focused on completing the axe. Main thing you want to do, focus on what you're doing. Thanks for watching. Peace.